Every day, there are incredible preparedness deals floating around the internet, but who has time to dig through dozens of websites to find them? That's why we created PrepperFinds.com, your one-stop site for the best prepper deals online. Our team scans the web, finds the biggest discounts on survival gear, food storage, water filters, radios, and more, and posts them in one easy place. No more wasting hours searching or missing out on limited-time sales. At PrepperFinds.com, you'll see the best deals every single day, so you can save money while stocking up on what really matters. Check it out today at PrepperFinds.com. Bookmark it, visit daily, and never miss a deal that could keep your family prepared. That's PrepperFinds.com, where smart preppers shop.
The Privacy and Freedom Podcast. Our wisdom's here. It's meant to last. We're diving deep. We're stepping bold. A brighter future will unfold.
Hey, welcome everyone. I'm Forrest. I'm your host today. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I have been having a wonderful day, so hopefully you will be too, or did. Today we're going to talk about a subject some of you know about, but some of you don't, but it is VPNs. Have you ever heard of VPN? Raise your hand if you had. Okay, I see a couple of you heard of VPN. A virtual private network is what a VPN stands for. Virtual private network. We're not going to get geeked out, okay, today, but I want to share with you about VPNs. And a lot of people think, a lot of my friends were like, don't just business people use them to connect at work or, when they're out, traveling, they use a VPN? No. It's way more than that. And there are sometimes you definitely need to use VPNs, and sometimes you should never use VPNs. And we're going to go through all that today. So every time you connect to the internet, someone is watching. Okay, just remember that. Someone is watching every time you connect to the internet. On your phone, your laptop, your home computer. Your ISP tracks your traffic. Advertisers profile you, and hackers wait for you to slip up so they can maybe grab some of your information or get access to your computer. But what if you could take back control of your browser and your web, searches and your browsing on the internet without leaving a trace? Ooh, sounds like Spotlight. Like James Bond, you can search, no one knows it's you. Yes, you can. So today we're going to be talking about VPNs, your first layer of digital privacy. So in a previous show, we talked about browsers. And my number one browser was the Brave browser. Absolutely top notch. Everyone listening to this should switch to the Brave browser. You should then use maybe DuckDuckGo as your favorite search engine, but everyone should use the Brave. If you don't want to use the Brave, you could use the Firefox browser, which is, it's okay, but not as good as the Brave. And I know there's some tech nerds out there going, there's other browsers. You can do switches. I'm trying to talk like a nerd, which my family thinks I'm a nerd, so maybe I should just talk normal. I don't know. But they would say, there you can do switches. You can make any browser private, but people don't do it. So out of the box, download a Brave. It's the best with no switches, no settings, the best. Second best is Firefox. Again, refer to my other podcast about browsers before you go, well, there's the Tor browser. I talk about the Tor browser. It's actually number one, but I like driving in cars, not tricycles. Okay? There's sometimes you want to be in that tricycle, but anyway, go back and refer to that. All you guys yelling at me going, So anyway, a VPN, again, is a virtual private network. It is secure encrypted tunnel between your device and the internet. So imagine having a connection straight from you through your ISP straight to somewhere out on the internet. So that means your ISP is not recording anything you're doing, which is awesome. That is like, I don't care who you have, AT&T, if you have Spectrum, whoever, Comcast, whoever provides your internet, they're recording everything you're doing. The VPN stops that immediately. So when you connect on the VPN, it routes traffic through an encrypted server, hiding your IP address. So first of all, we're going to be on the Brave browser. You're going to turn on your VPN, and you are at maximum of being private on the internet at that point. The only time you would screw that up is if you log into an account with your ID. That one account could identify you, but no one else could identify you. But the VPN encrypts your data out on the internet and then releases you out, and it hides your IP address. And it can actually, so IP address is like an identifier. IP address is kind of like your license tag number. If people know how to read it and they have access to it, they can kind of identify where you are. Not the house, but probably within, a 20-mile location. So we don't want that. But your ISP can see they know exactly who you are, and then they record your data. But so when you're using the VPN, your ISP can't see anything you're doing. It's amazing. It encrypts it and puts it in a private tunnel. They just see secure information going by. They have no idea what it is. Why do you need a VPN? Why do I need to do that, Forrest? Why? Who am I hiding from? Well, it hides your identity. It helps you when you're going to Starbucks, and I can set a device on my table at Starbucks and view what a lot of people are doing. And I'm up there in age, I'm over 20, but there's teenagers that, I'm just kidding. I'm a little bit over 30. Okay. But anyway, there are kids, 13, 14, 15-year-old kids that is sitting there watching everything you're doing, seeing what information they could get. That public Wi-Fi, anyone in the world could probably get to that and see what's going on that Wi-Fi. So it secures it through the Wi-Fi. You go to a hotel, you connect to their Wi-Fi, you're totally private. You go to, Burger King, you get on their network, you're totally private. So that's why VPN is so great. It bypasses restrictions too. So let's just say this is top secret. Don't tell anyone this. Okay, this is a teenager and nerd only information I'm going to share with you. Okay, so let's say that you're in Atlanta, Georgia, and the Atlanta Falcons are playing on TV. But because they didn't sell out their game because they stink, they have a blackout. Well, you can fire up your VPN and connect to Philadelphia because the Philadelphia is playing them, and then you could watch that game. They have geographical blackouts. This could get you past a geographical blackout when it comes to sports. That's kind of cool. See, teenagers and nerds already knew that. It can also get you through, some firewalls that are on, maybe you're behind a firewall at your work, and they're not letting you to go to a particular website. For an example, I go to a co-work, and for some reason, one of my crypto sites that I go to, they block it. And I'm like, why would they do that? And I could use my VPN and get around that, but I don't. And I'll tell you why in a minute. But you could get around firewalls or rules on your local network as well. But it has enhanced security when you travel. Anytime you travel outside of your house, I use it in my house, to be honest with you. Anytime I'm on the internet, I'm usually with a VPN. The only time I don't use a VPN, the only time, I'm talking on my phone and my laptop. The only time I don't use a VPN is when I'm recording live and it's streaming to the internet. Because streaming and encrypted to go on a VPN, yeah, it's just not there yet. But any other time, my VPN's always on my phone, always on my I actually have VPN routers, so I don't even have to turn my VPN on. But that's more information than you need right now. So VPN protects your info. It's encrypted. All your information is encrypted at 256 AES, which is very high. It's the same the government uses. So your encryption is the same as what the government uses currently. It prevents hackers from seeing your information, prevents ISPs. It also keeps websites from pinpointing your real location or identifying you. The only way they can identify you is you give them your account information. So secure, encrypts, tunnels, VPNs are great. Can they be broken? Well, possibly, yes, they can. If I was the government, I would probably create some VPN companies to make sure so my minions, the American citizens, would use them, not knowing that we're still watching them. Do I believe that's happened? I do. I literally, matter of fact, there's a video of that happening, and the government created a VPN company a long time ago. And it was like a Senate hearing, and it's been taken down. I cannot find that. If you find that, please send it to me. But where the government created the VPN, and you're like, oh, they've done it before. But I've seen that video with my own eyes, but now I can't find it. So anyway, also VPNs, they don't store your information. So when you go to XYZ site, then you go to Google, then you go to Microsoft, you go to Amazon, they don't store that information. They don't log it and keep track of it, which is good. That's a good thing. That's on your behalf. They just delete it after a small period of time. They delete it. So the best time is always have it on, always. Connect to servers that are more local to you. So if you're in Atlanta, why not connect to an Atlanta server? That way it's going to be faster for you. Because if you're in Atlanta and you're connecting to that Philadelphia server, it will make it slower. It might not be too noticeable, but if you're downloading the football game, you might go, gosh, it is a little bit slower. So connect to a local. So on the football one, you can't even do that. I forgot. You got to connect to the Philadelphia one. But just know you can connect to hundreds, if not thousands of different VPN servers around the United States. I can fire up my laptop, connect to my VPN, and the whole world, I could sign into a server in Portland, Oregon, and the whole world would bet money that I'm in Portland, Oregon, because I'm connecting straight to that server. So you can change where it looks like that you're from, but you're not really. But they can't get through that and find out exactly where you are. So you are protected there. So that's a VPN. You should always use it. It helps you. That's why they sell it. Now, businesses use it so their employees can be traveling or working at home and connect to information that they don't want out to the public. So they use a VPN. And it helps them identify, hey, yes, you're on the VPN. You got the right username and password. Yes, you can get into our back-end servers. And so it's funny that banks and businesses love VPNs for their employees. A lot of times not for their customers, though. Okay? So next we're going to go through the best VPNs, the ones you should buy. It does cost money. If you do not ever, big red line, this is the big asterisk, this is the big meme. You should never, ever forget this. Never in your life, never, ever use a free VPN. Don't do it. They install software on your computer. Do not ever, 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 ever use a free VPN. Okay? Just promise me that one thing. Put your pinky up. Okay. Don't ever use a free one. It will cost money. Now you can buy them with different suites. And so we're going to go through the 4 VPN I would use, and I wouldn't use any other ones. I would not use any other. Just trust me on this. I'm a privacy and security almost expert. I am an expert at this. Please don't use others. I'm in forums with some of the world's best people when it comes to this. Don't use any other ones. Use the one I'm telling you, okay? I prefer one over the other ones, but you can choose any of these, okay? The first is Nord, N-O-R-D VPN. That's not my favorite. It's probably the most popular one out there. I think I have a chart of the most popular one. Nord is the most popular one in the world by far. It has 24% of the people in the world use Nord VPN. Very popular, very awesome, very great. And I'm going to tell you why I prefer something else better. But Nord, just trust them. Nord is it's based out of Switzerland. They have a no log policy. Wait. Sorry, no, that's my other one. Nord has excellent speeds, large global networks, solid WVPN features for extra protection. Nord is great. It is a 10 out of 10. Nord VPN. That's one of them. My favorite is Proton VPN. And I'm going to tell you why it's my favorite in a minute. It's not because it's a lot better. It's just, I'll tell you. But VPN, Proton is my number one pick. It's based out of Switzerland. No log policy. Open source. That means that everyone gets to see that what they're saying is happening is really happening. And the reason I like it is because it's integrated with Proton Mail, which is my favorite privacy mail. So you can get a package. Instead of just you buying Nord, you just get a VPN. If you buy Proton, you get a VPN. You get a VPN. You get a calendar. You get email. You get even possibly online drive storage as well, which is very secure. It would be my number one drive security, but you can get the whole suite. And I would wait. I'll put links in the bottom down here to get Proton because I am an affiliate. And if you use mine, you get 40% off. It does cost money. Privacy costs money. Sorry. And stop being the product. Be a consumer. But so Proton is my number one. It's a 10 out of 10. Same as Nord is of 10 out of 10. So I'm just saying the only reason I like Proton better is because of the suite that comes along with it. Then there's ExpressVPN. It is great. It's a 9.5 out of 10. And the third favorite is Surfshark. And it's a 9.5. They're all 10s. They're all 10s. If you have any of these, go with them. I don't want to put one. They all use 256 encryption. They have kill switches. They have DNS leak proof protection. And they have clear privacy. They don't record logs or anything. All 4 of them are great. So if you have one of these, you're a 10 out of 10. The reason I use Proton is because of the suite package that goes along with it. And you should too. So let me tell you here on VPN usage, Nord is number one. And meaning in the United States and in UK, we don't have a lot of outside the United States and UK when it comes to the percentage of VPN, because the VPNs are like left hands. Oh, everyone has one. There are hundreds and hundreds of VPN services out there. So Nord is the most popular. Second most popular, of course, is Proton. in the United States. And then and then there's one called Norton for Norton antivirus. Don't use that. Do not ever use any product from Norton. I'm going to say this. Jump on my webinar that I have that's coming up, and I'll give you more information about that. Don't use any antivirus. And I go through that in my free webinar I do once a month, but don't use any antivirus. And Norton is an antivirus company. You need to stay away from them, okay? You need to stay away from TitleLock. You need to stay away from antivirus companies. So Nord is number 1, Proton number 2, Google 1. Why would someone trust Google for their VPN? I mean, that's like having a hat on your head that says, I'm stupid. And then you call them stupid. I mean, don't do that. That is about the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So don't use them. ExpressVPN, Surfshark, Nord, and Proton. Use them. Don't use any other ones. It's just I'm just saving you the pain. I'm just telling you what's the best of breed. I'm telling you what my colleagues are telling their people as well. And even my friends, they teach privacy and security courses like I do. Now we're going to get into a few things about VPNs, okay? First of all, I'm going to tell you some other things that sound counterintuitive. You're like, what, Forrest? Okay, first of all, get rid of your antivirus. I'll put links to my free webinar, and I tell you why in that. Nothing about them stealing your information, but that's just one factor of it. LifeLock you don't need. But anyway, let's get into when not to use VPNs. And you're like, what? You just told me to always use a VPN. Yeah. There's 2 times you don't want to use VPNs. And of course, people are going to argue against me. And I don't care. They're wrong. Don't use a VPN when you're logging into your bank account. They have detections, and they saw that you logged in at 10 a.m. in Atlanta, Georgia through your VPN, and they're like, oh, okay. I see they're on a VPN. And then you log in at 2 p.m. from Portland, Oregon. They're going to go, whoops, let's lock down this account. It's impossible for this person to be in Atlanta, Georgia at 10 and 2 o'clock be in Portland. Something's fishy. They got different IP addresses. Let's lock their account down. This happens thousands of times a week. They want you to be private and secure. They want their employees to use VPNs, but they think you're a hacker if you use a VPN. So I recommend don't use a VPN. It's already encrypted at 128 through your browser, Brave browser. No one's going to hack that. Don't use a VPN when you do banking. You can look up in Reddit, USAA, Naval Federal Credit Union, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo are blocking and literally disabling accounts that use VPNs. I did that research today. It's updated. And so there are some banks that are friendly to it, but you better check before you start using. I mean, if you get locked out of your account, that's going to be a phone call in an hour, 2 hours. And because the person you're talking to, they're not going to know why you're blocked. So now you got to get tech in. And, so anyway, don't use it when you do banking at all. I'm just telling you. Look it up. Don't even look it up. Just trust me. Another time is, right here, banks sometimes okay. I even found some banks that are sometimes okay. And that's Chase, Capital One, and Citibank. There's no bank blanket ban, but they still don't like it. And they are still people in Reddit saying, hey, Citibank, hey, Capital One, hey, Chase, block me. I think it was because I was using a VPN. So I still would not use it at any time whatsoever. And one day, hopefully they'll make it. So use 2FA, use your Brave browser, and I think you'll be okay. Here's another time. Don't ever in your lifetime, do not do this. Again, I don't know how to stress this big enough. If you're logging into any crypto exchange, Coinbase, Uphold, Gemini, Kraken, crypto.com. I'm trying to think of everyone I can think of. Who else? That's about all I can think of. Do not ever, Robinhood, do not use, you will be blocked. You will be banned. Your account will be frozen. Many exchanges, they monitor IP addresses, the geolocation, your fingerprinting, your login patterns. And, and if it's suspicious, boom, you're blocked. Try to call, you can call your bank and get someone. Try to call Coinbase and talk to someone. Or try to call someone in North Korea. It's about the same thing. I'm not kidding. Try to call an exchange and talk to someone. I've been doing crypto for about 8 years. Don't ever try to call. You're not going to get through. It could be weeks before you hear back. They don't have the capacity to answer your phone call. So and you're like, wait, I'm transferring money. Why wouldn't? Because they think you're criminals. So, I would use 2FA. I would use Brave browser and own a home network. I wouldn't do that ever out on a network like Starbucks or a hotel, okay? I would use a good network that your network. So, yes, Bitstamp often blocks access. And so anyway, that is and you're like, it's so counterintuitive, and it is. VPNs are not against the law, but using a VPN with a crypto exchange is pretty much, it's not forbidden, but it's frowned upon. And it elevates your risk to be locked out and freeze your funds. They think you're someone else in there. So key takeaway is don't use VPNs for your banks or anytime with your money. And that's so crazy. Anytime with your money, you just need to stay away from them. You need to use Brave browser. On a Linux box would be great. Linux, but again, would be great, but you're not going to use Linux, and that's fine. And then use your Brave browser secured 126-bit, which no one's going to hack that. Use 2FA, log in, do your business, and get out. So that is what I have on VPN. Now let me share with you, every month I do three, not one, not two, but 3 free webinars. And they are the most excellent webinars you've ever sat through in your life. Guaranteed. One is privacy and security. I teach you, the name of the class, the webinar is called Disappear on the Internet. We go through all kinds of stuff. Disappear on the internet. I also teach one on cryptocurrency. Hey, I'm an expert. I teach on this stuff. On cryptocurrency. It's called The Case for Crypto because people are still apprehensive. And I'm like, gosh, you got to get on board. But you got to have education first. Education rules when it comes to crypto. And then the third is home-based business. Gain freedom with a home-based business. I've been pretty successful and lucky when it comes to businesses in my life, and I want to help others. So that's the 3 webinars I give free every month for free. I will post down in the bottom on how you can sign up for each individual webinar and a little bit of information about them. And I only give them once a month. So, hey, if it's in 2 weeks, hey, sign up and attend. If you can't attend, I'll send you a free webinar. A free replay, but you need to watch them. They're so packed of information. So anyway, I hope that helped you with VPNs. We're going to do another one on email. We're going to continue on this series to help you literally disappear on the internet. And hope you're enjoying this. Give me a 5-star. I mean, why not? I mean, because you didn't hate it. If you're at this point, you didn't hate it. So give me 5-star. Give me a good review. And be patient. I'm putting these out as often as I can. I'm a busy guy. You wouldn't believe how many things I'm doing. But anyway, God bless you guys. You guys have a great week. And read the comments or read the notes that I put here. God bless. You guys take care. Bye-bye.